Hi there, it's me again. First off, I'm so pleased to be making a fourth video on this course. You're so very welcome to join me for day 4 of week 1. Today I want to share with you a new piece of information that I think we'll probably be coming back to again and again as we hack our minds to make our lives better and by extension the world. Now it sounds very obvious, but our brains are a kind of chemical soup that trigger responses and behaviours, and we can take advantage of that to retrain our brains so we better fit into and learn to move in harmony with our environment. Harmony is a good thing, right? So given that the 1.0 version of our brain chemistry was designed for African savannas, the responses that we give into naturally don't really fit into the modern world. I think it's time we tweak it to be more advantageous for our modern civilization. So this is similar to what we were talking about in the last few days as regards habits. Now, there are 4 main chemicals that positively affect our brains, and those are dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. So that makes up a fairly useful acronym that's easy to remember, DOSE, D-O-S-E. So dopamine is what we normally think of as the happiness drug. However, that's a big misconception. Dopamine is actually involved more with the anticipation rather than the actual happiness feeling. So think of it as a striving emotion. Oxytocin is the neurochemical that has allowed us to become social creatures, and it makes us feel empathy, which helps us feel close and bonded to others when it's released. And if you're in a good mood, you've got serotonin to thank. And if you're in a bad mood, you've got serotonin to blame. It's essentially a regulator. Interestingly, 80% of the serotonin in our bodies exists in the gut, and it's governed by our state of hunger. And finally, endorphins. They're responsible for masking pain or discomfort, which explains their association with the fight or flight response. When it comes to designing happiness, endorphins help you power through. So when you make an effort, you're rewarded in endorphins. And the production of or release of these chemicals are our prime motivators. They make us feel good. And once we build up an understanding of how we feel when we generate them, we can lay down habits to repeat that good feeling. Now we're going to try a thought experiment to explain and reinforce this new information. I want you to imagine that you're living on the African savannah 50,000 years ago. You're physically and mentally the same as any human today. With the exception of your occupation, hunter-gatherer, there's no real difference to the ancient you and the modern you. Now I want you to imagine that you can see a fruit tree. There's a large cache of fruit in the upper branches, and you can see that it will be a challenging climb, but it is gettable. So the first brain chemical that forms and starts to flood into your system is dopamine. You anticipate and plan to get and eat that fruit. The second, as you climb the tree, are endorphins that allow you to overcome any scratches or pain or the exertion of climbing. And once you've gathered up that fruit and taken it back to your tribe and they enjoy the dopamines of anticipating a real treat, you and they experience the oxytocin of sharing the fruit and feeling valued. They in turn get another hit of oxytocin as they feel value towards you. And finally, when you've eaten the fruit, the serotonin turns up and you feel the satisfaction of a full stomach. In short, you've had a full dose. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. So this is the behaviour that perpetuates the species. Your operating system wants you to survive and make new little humans. Humans are, compared to other predators, very spindly and easy to eat. And when we act as a team, we are protected. And when we form plans, we achieve greater results than we can without any other organised thought or action. And when we fuel ourselves and others, we prosper as a species. This is definitely information a hero can make use of. So if we work as a team, learn to plan, increase our abilities with learning and training, and fuel ourselves, we get this fulfilled feeling, we get a dose. And I know it's a bit preachy, but I want you to imagine what a world of fulfilled communal people would look like. Just let your mind wander when you're on your walk. So that's it for today. These are very short videos so that you don't feel like you're wasting any time when you're watching them. It's 4 or 5 minutes, sometimes as long as 10 minutes, where you can sort of feel, oh right, somebody's doing this with me. So I'm going to wrap it up for today. I hope the video quality was improved. I hope the sound quality was good. As always, leave a comment down below. Get in touch on urbanagogi@mail.com if you want to get directly in touch. Or leave a comment, Or what would be really great, like and subscribe. Because what you're doing when you like and subscribe and you go for notifications and you watch the whole video, that changes the YouTube algorithm. So when you change the YouTube algorithm, what you do is you make it more available to other people. So, I will get an oxytocin hit when I see that somebody has valued my video and wants to share it and thinks other people can benefit from it. And you get an oxytocin hit for doing something that benefits other people and will make me feel good. So everybody wins. Other people will learn how to do this, and then they will like and subscribe and ring the bell, and they'll get an oxytocin hit. It's all very interconnected and very primal. So that's all for today, and thanks for watching, and do take care.